And these are images that we see of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the Silk Creek area of Gujarat. The first images that are coming on television in just a moment. Pakistani drug smugglers eye the Silk Creek border at Kutch is what the government believes. The Prime Minister has reached the Ran of Kutch, the Silk Creek area, for Diwali celebrations with Jawans of the Border Security Force. The first images, and you will see magnificent images of not just the Silk Creek area, but the Prime Minister on a motorboat in this area. It's a very, very difficult area, very difficult to patrol this area also, where the Prime Minister right now is. This is the first image. The Prime Minister feeding, offering Diwali sweets to BSF Jawans. These Jawans who are deployed in the Silk Creek area. The Prime Minister is on a motorboat. The BSF patrols this area very extensively. It's a very difficult area to patrol also because Pakistan uses this, tries to use this area to send in 1. Infiltrators, 2. Drug smugglers, and 3. Weapon smugglers through this area. So this is the Lucky Nala area of the Silk Creek region. The Silk Creek border, incidentally, if you recall, is the beginning of the land border. So this is the area where the sea border meets the marshy land, and then the land border between India and Pakistan starts here in Gujarat. The BSF patrols this area, and Pakistan tries to use this area very extensively for taskari, as BSF puts it, or smuggling of weapons and drugs. This is an area where the crocodile commandos of the Border Security Force, and they're called crocodile commandos for the reason that, they have to be in the Silk Creek area, in this marshy land, to be constantly on a vigil in this area. This is about 96 kilometers long, the Silk Creek border, where the Prime Minister right now is. And incidentally, while as Prime Minister, this is the first time he's been here. As Chief Minister of Gujarat, he'd come to this area extensively, interacted with BSF Jawans on festivals even that time. There are other pictures also that we will put out very quickly on India Today of the Prime Minister on a motorboat patrolling this area. The first images of Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the Silk Creek border. If you look at the Prime Minister's track record from the year 2014 through 2024, in the past 11 years, every Diwali has been with soldiers. This is another image of the Prime Minister on a fast patrolling craft in this region. And from these pictures, you can make out what kind of terrain this is. Water, marshy land, and land. It may look at times picturesque, but this is a very, very difficult area to patrol. You have the Border Security Force that's deployed here. Not far from them, there is a military post. There is also the Coast Guard and the Indian Navy, who after 26/11 especially have intensified their patrolling in this area. The smugglers, especially fishermen, in the garb of fishermen, and Pakistani fishermen also try and come to this area. 1, to basically figure out how much can they come in. What is the kind of response that either the BSF or the Coast Guard may have in this area, and 2, try to fish in these waters. Now, these are Indian territorial waters, so constantly they are pushed back. Very, very significant points the Prime Minister also made earlier when he was in Kevadia at the Statue of Unity, where India, he led the nation in paying respects to the Iron Man of India, the first Home Minister of independent India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, also known as Bardoli Ka Bail, for the farmer agitation that he had led, the critical role that he played in uniting our country in one bond. The Prime Minister made a very significant point on Article 370 in Gujarat, where the Prime Minister very clearly said Article 370 is a thing of the past. It's been buried forever. there is no way that Article 370 can be revived. And he said, we've demolished Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir. It's one of the most significant contributions of the Narendra Modi government in the history of this country, the demolition, as he put it, of Article 370. And Article 370, he said, has been buried forever. It can never be revived, not by anyone. Point one. Point two, he also spoke of the quest for uniform civil code. He said that will help end prejudice. Uniform civil code, again, is something the government is moving forward in that direction. So the Prime Minister spending Deepavali 2024 with Jawans of the Border Security Force. He's done that in the past with soldiers of the Indian Army. He's done that with soldiers of the Indo-Tibetan Border Police. He's done that with soldiers in Jammu and Kashmir, in Uttarakhand, in Himachal Pradesh, at the Punjab border, at the Rajasthan border, at multiple borders. The Prime Minister has spent time with those who guard our country, with those who protect our country against all odds. While you and I, and we are very lucky that we spend our festivals with our families, whether it's Holi or Diwali. But when you look at our braves, they are constantly 24/7, 365 days a year, protecting our borders from a terror state in the west and an expansionist state to the east. And there is a point where the expansionist state and the terror state virtually can meet in Ladakh. And that's the point where right now disengagement has taken place at Depsang and Demchok, but tensions remain high. It's an area of cold peace between India and China at the India-Tibet border, at the India-China line of actual control. So very, very clearly, if we were to talk about all our borders, one more image of Prime Minister Narendra Modi you see here at the Ran of Kutch, and the Prime Minister celebrating Diwali with soldiers at the front lines. This is the Prime Minister's 11th Deepavali with the soldiers at the borders.